Okay, I got the sign up. Okay, this is the first time I'm doing this. I'm scared to death. I don't know why I'm scared, but I really am scared. Okay, but look, that's my chair. Okay, but I got my first person, and she's gonna help me through this. So wish me luck. I hope I don't mess this up. Okay. Oh, I'm at Sip Up. Look. All right, that's Zoe Justice, and she's out here making teas and shakes and all the goodness. Okay, but I've got one of her customers, and we're gonna have a little chat. Let's see who I got.
Hello, my name's Desiree Riniker.
Okay, Desiree, what did you order when you walked in here?
I ordered the usual. It's a white chocolate raspberry, but instead of graham cracker, we put sprinkles in it. It's not like graham cracker. We put the sprinkles in it,
Right?
to just kind of like come in here and get something to eat and then drink, and then I go about my day. And I work from home, so I like to come in here and have some adult interaction because I'm home alone all day long. Um, so yeah, it's kind of.
What do you do? Can I ask that?
I work in the veterinary space. So I spent 21 years working as a veterinary technician and then a practice manager for a corporate veterinary practice for about 8 years, and there was some crossover there. And in 2019, I had a really bad break with my mental health, which is really, really common in our industry. We have technicians and we have veterinarians that are unfortunately taking their own life. We have a whole movement called Not One More Vet, Not One More Veterinary Professional, that's sweeping across the country because it's such an epidemic in our industry. And so when I left the field and I left clinical work in 2019, I spent about 6 months just kind of doing whatever. I think I sold some skincare, did some stupid stuff, whatever, for 6 months, and then realized that I had a lot more to still offer the field. And that's when I launched my recruiting and staffing company called Charleston Veterinary Staffing Solutions. And what we do is we target veterinary hospitals that are struggling. We get our name out there the best that we can, and we help them with staff, because one of the biggest roadblocks to mental health in the veterinary industry is being understaffed, and is toxic workplace environments, and is lack of work-life balance and lack of good pay. So when I created my company, we set out to do all these things. We pay a livable wage. We send them into places where they can go and work. If they don't like it, it's not a good fit, it's not a good culture, then they can go work somewhere else. So we kind of set out to change the lives of veterinary technicians, but also to help hospitals and clinics that are burdened without staff. It's kind of win-win. And we've been doing this for about 5 years successfully.
Wow, that's amazing. Wow, I'm really glad I got you over here in the chair. I mean, because now that's what I'm trying to do here, like with the whole mental health, and I'm trying to reach out and trying to have conversations, and I try to like make it lighthearted, and like what are you drinking today?
Yeah.
But I want to be helpful, and I want to shed a light on that, the mental health. I think that that's really important. And okay, so let me ask you this. Now that you touched on that, I know it's hard for a lot of people to just get out of bed sometimes, and they're not motivated, and they don't want to get out of bed. How do you get out of bed, and what is your, like, every morning, what motivates you?
To get out of bed? Sometimes that can be hard. I am a person with mental health struggles. But I would say my relationship with my Savior and my relationship with God continue to drive me, to fuel me, to want to be better, to want to help and serve others, both in my professional life, in what I do with veterinary technicians, and in what I do privately in my private life. I currently serve as one of our church, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I belong to. We have one of the largest and oldest women's organizations in the world. And for our local chapter, I serve as the president. And so I currently have 150 women that I have to look after. And I have the help of other people. I don't do it alone. We do it together. But being able to be a tool in the hand of the Lord and to serve others and to help them is what really drives me to want to get up, both in my personal and my professional life. Like I, you know, I want to help veterinary technicians. I want to make life better for them because I knew what it felt like to suffer under the burdens of our field and to feel totally and completely broken and to have to unbury myself from that. So I think for anybody who might be having that struggle, that trying to one have the proper I have always had good professionals in my corner, and I've worked with trauma therapists, I've worked with spiritual advisors, those kinds of people. But I think in conjunction with that, finding a way to serve the community around you, whatever your community is, whether it's something professional like I do with veterinary technicians, or it's something church related, finding a way to serve your community and to serve other people is going to be a component to healing and to being motivated to get out of bed and get going every day.
I am so glad that Zoe over there said, get this girl and sit down. I mean, what happened? I mean, wow, we never know who we are going to run into and the contribution that we're really going to have. I mean, like, I was talking to you, before I started rolling this. I mean, for 11 years after I've lost Rachel, it was like I just woke up. I existed, I mean, I have a happy marriage and I'm a mom to 3 boys, and I can walk into a place and smile, but it's like I've felt like I've just had this heavy blanket of grief on top of me, like it's smothering. Like, and I've just been walking around with it for like 11 years. And I don't know what happened. Something happened in August and nothing triggered it. It's just like out of the blue. One day I wake up and it's like, I felt like the weight was gone. And I'm like, whoa, I didn't realize that for 11 years I was carrying it. And finally it just felt like it was lifted. And it was like, okay, I need to do something. I need to go find other people that are depressed, going through anxiety, struggling, don't want to get out of bed, don't want to talk to anyone.
Yeah.
And now I'm out of my comfort zone, which,
But being out of your comfort zone is a good thing, because being out of your comfort zone is what's going to help you learn and grow. And when we're growing, we're moving. And when we're moving, I have found, at least in my personal life, when we're moving and growing, we're not stuck. And when you're stuck in that one spot, and I have been there where I've been stuck, whether it's like you being stuck under the blanket of grief, being stuck under the weight of PTSD, which I know a lot of people, a lot of veterans, a lot of service members are, a lot of people in the veterinary field, it's a battlefield out there. And if you're not learning and growing, then you're stuck. And sometimes the things that make us stuck, like in your instance, the grief that you were stuck under, will help us be the tool that will facilitate the most growth if we let it. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I'm really all into what you're talking about. And, somebody that's listening to me might not can relate to me, but they might can relate to you. And I think that every voice needs to be heard. And I think that when other people are listening that or don't want to ask for help or don't know where to begin to ask for help, then, that's a good path that they'll say, okay, oh, well, look at this lady, she did it and this is what she did. And, and one thing that I applaud you on, that you're very open about that. I mean, you said that that you dealt with that. A lot of people don't talk about it. And that takes a lot of strength and a lot of courage to come out to talk about something like that. I mean, I can relate. I understand, what that's like. But
I think it's important to talk about. The more we talk about, it's important to talk about it, because you never know. I'm also a recovering alcoholic. I've been clean 7 years, and that goes hand in hand with my mental health journey. And the reason I say that, and I talk about that, is because I think we can use our experiences and the things that we've been through to help other people. So I'm not one to be quiet about those kinds of things. I will be open about my struggles, because my struggles might be something that will help another person. My struggles might be something that I can use to be a tool of service to somebody else. So I think it's important to talk about it. It's important for us. It's healing for us, but it also can be a mechanism that can be used to serve and help somebody else who might not quite know how to deal with it or how to get out from under what they're buried under, who might not have the same experience and they might be stuck. And if I can use my experiences and my voice to help other people, then I'm going to, because that's the point of what we're supposed to be here for, is to learn and grow and help and serve other people.
You know, I was watching, and I don't know the man's name. I know his first name's Simon, and I don't know his last name, but he runs around, he asks people what's their dream, and he stops them on the side of the road. But I heard this one phrase that he said, that pain comes from your purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Purpose comes from pain.
Purpose comes from pain.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, wow, that's really a powerful statement. You know, it's like when people really go through something so traumatic, and it's like it was almost necessary
mm-hmm.
for them to grow and to get to the next spot, even something traumatic. I mean, so traumatic, and you think that it's unbearable. You know, it lifts you and in a way to help you grow, and it might not be for you, but it might be for someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So
sometimes, often our experiences a lot of times may not be for us. They will be for us. We have to go through it. You know, I don't believe that, you know, God subjects us to bad things. I think that when those bad things happen to us, or we're buried under grief or pain or mental health or any of those things, that God likes to use them for our benefit, and to use them, like I said earlier, to serve other people and to help other people. Because maybe something happened to me and I figured a way out, or I found a professional, or I found a resource, and somebody else doesn't know, or they're not strong enough to ask. You know, it's really interesting how that works, and it's a principle that I really stand firmly by in my life.
Wow, I'm so happy I ran into you. This is like having therapy, my therapy for me. But listen, you should write a book.
I have been told that before, that I should write a book, and it may very well happen. I don't know. I just haven't gotten there yet. I'm busy doing other things, but I have a lot of things to talk about that I think will help other people. And yeah, so thanks for the opportunity to chat with you this morning. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, and I appreciate your time. But before you go, let's ask a lighthearted question.
Okay.
So if you were a theme song, what would you be? I know I put you on the spot.
That's okay. There's a song out there called Fight Song. I forget who sings it. I don't know. But I get a little emotional talking about it, because my friend shared that with me at one point, in a really difficult point in my life. And he was like, this is you. This is who you are. And it's the line in there talks about, this is my fight song, prove I'm all right song. And that's kind of the truth. And so, yeah. That one.
Oh, I don't know if the people can hear it, but they'll look it up after we leave you.
Yeah.
Zoe, who sings it?
Rachel Platten.
Rachel Platten.
Fight Song.
Yeah, Fight Song. Okay,
Yep.
Y'all go listen to that. Okay. Look, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You're my first person in the chair that I don't know, but I guess I do know, because now I know we're connected on Facebook.
Connected on social media, yep.
And so I'm going to be following you now.
Awesome.
So a little
great.
bit more, and hopefully I'll run into you again up
You
here.
will.
But thank you so much. I hope you have a good day.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.